Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is my 2021 KTM 390 Duke, and this is going to be my review of it, mentioning some things I like about it, some things I don't like about it, and if you're interested in this type of bike, what you can expect. All right, so to the review. This bike is a very nice commuter. I would recommend it for those people that like to commute with a very light bike. This is not a highway bike. I would not recommend it for the highway because there's no windshield. It's a naked bike. And being so light, when you're on the highway, you get blasted by wind from trucks and other big vehicles. Some basic specs. Well, it's got 44 horsepower. It weighs 330 pounds. It is quick, 0 to 60 in about 5.2 to 5.5 seconds, depending on how good of a driver you are. And there's a lot to like about it. Some of the things I really love about this bike. Well, starting off with the dash. The dash instrument cluster, it's kind of like an iPad. Has the ability to change colors when you rev it out. The tachometer goes red, and you can adjust the shift light as needed. So if you wanted to tell you to shift to 8,000, it'll do that. You program it to shift as high as like 12,000. The red line is about, I want to say 11,000. If you cover it up, you'll see that it goes dark. So the dash is one of the good things about it. So another good thing about it is the motor. It's a single cylinder, like I said, makes 44 horsepower. And being a thumper, it's a little vibey. But that said, 44 horsepower in this package is actually pretty quick. The brakes are fantastic. I never rode a bike with one disc up at the front and had such good stopping power. I'd say the brakes are very, very a good thing about this bike. Another good thing is the headlight. LED headlights can be very bright. That's the high beams. Gas mileage is incredible, ranging between 55 to 60 miles to the gallon. I wouldn't think that you could do that kind of mileage if you're only on the highway because it's kind of short geared. So you're going to be doing about 6,000 RPMs on the highway if you're keeping up with traffic. Another feature I like is just the looks. The looks of this bike is totally unique. You won't see another bike like it unless you have another KTM. Very light, easy to work on if you like to twist the wrench. Now, here's a complaint that I have. While I love the motor, it is vibey. And it's so vibey that after about an hour, my hand kind of tingles. So I got these foam covers for the handles, and they have reduced the vibrations tremendously. It's the difference between night and day. So, I don't think everyone's going to need these, but I personally, I didn't like the feeling in my hand after driving about an hour. Plus, the seats a little on the firm side, so after about an hour, your butt gets a little sore. You might want to stop and just stretch out a little bit. Other than that, these are just little nitpicks. Here's one I haven't heard people complain about. I normally put tank grips on for my legs to grab it when I'm going around corners. I like to squeeze the tank, but with this Duke sign here, you're basically forced to cover it up if you want, or remove the sticker if you want to get decent tank grips pads. Another thing right here, the turn signals. I don't know why, but in the United States it's incandescent turn signals, whereas in Europe it's LEDs. So it's a little nitpicking, but it is what it is. And lastly, one of my only other complaints is the bike's so darn quiet. So quiet, they did something very naughty. I took out the muffler. And I've seen some people do this and they say, oh, you got to be a real hooligan to do that. Well, I don't know if because this is a BS6 model with the higher emission standards, the emissions are probably more restrictive, but basically, it's still quiet. And I don't know if you can get away with like the 2020 or earlier models with doing this, but with the 2021 model, well, listen for yourself. So now with the muffler off, it sounds pretty good, I think, and it actually sounds like to me what I'm used to as far as an exhaust. This bike is so darn quiet. I recommend you give it a shot. I started off by taking the baffle, or yeah, the baffle out of the muffler to begin with. I had a little bit of success with it. I might put the muffler back on, but ultimately, right now, I like the sound. It's deeper and it doesn't mess with any of the missions. So, to be continued. Anyway, more to come, but these are some of the things I like and don't like about the bike. One other thing that I really do like about the Duke is that it has a quick shifter. The quick shifter it really is a cool feature to have on a $5,000 bike. It allows me to worry about focusing on the road and one less thing to worry about with the clutch. I mean, you do have to use the clutch going into first gear, but pretty much after that, you don't have to if you don't want to. And best of all, downshifting is a breeze. It actually rev matches for you. So I'll go into more detail in a separate video about the quick shifter. But in the meantime, off the top of my head, I would say the motor, the handling, the lightweight, and the quick shifters are the best features. Other things, well, I would worry about. I have to say, this is a fun little bike. For all the good things, I can only complain about a couple little negatives. Like I said, the negatives would be the motor's a little vibey. You can feel it through the hand guards or hand grips. Um, There's no wind protection, but that's not really a complaint. It's just goes with the territory. And the rims are they get a little dirty and they're a little tough to clean. They get pretty grimy. The exhaust is a little quiet, but ultimately, bang for the buck, you're not going to find a more fun, tech savvy bike. It's that simple. I was looking at different bikes. I was looking at Ninja 400s. I was looking at the MT-03s. I was looking at a couple other ones, but I already have a big bike. I have a ZX14R Kawasaki, and I wanted something smaller. And this is smaller, lightweight, and plenty of fun. So more videos to come. I appreciate you guys stopping by. If you learned anything or appreciate this video, please hit the like button and feel free to subscribe if you like to see some more of this KTM 390 Duke info. Thank you guys, and I appreciate you stopping by. Have a great day.